Hey everybody, welcome to Network Empire's first team meeting. This is Fran Horvath and I'm here with Network Empire's CEO and founder, Sue Bell. Sue, thanks for calling the meeting.
Hey, thanks Fran. I appreciate the opportunity to get together with everybody and tell you what's going on. So in an ever-changing environment, the Network Empire team is constantly making updates to your training area, to the members area, to our software, and of course the internet is always just changing. And so we wanted you to have a one-stop place where you could come every week and find all of the updates, including the crucial digital marketing changes that are afoot. Just one place where you can sit down for a few minutes and absorb all of the information and have what you need for today and for what's coming tomorrow. So we decided to have this regular Friday team meeting where we're going to run down what happened over the last week, cover the essential industry news, talk about the futuring stuff, have recaps, replays, revamps, and reveals. So on that note, let's start with what's new. We had a software update this week. It's the keyword deep inspection drill screen. And so what happened, what's new, are these two fields right here, the run date and the recorded date. Prior to this, there was only one date field, and it was actually the date field for when the drill was run, not when the deep inspection was run. So at this point, you've got the ability to be able to sort by either one of these fields, and the run date is when you actually ran the deep inspection. So this means that's when the number of backlinks were recorded, the trust flow, the citation flow, the DA, the PA, all of those kinds of specific domain oriented data fields. So that's all by the run date. The rank date, this is when you actually did the drill itself, because when you do the drill, we record the top competitors. So the reason this is important is just look at this anti-aging drill in my account, for example. I did the actual drill on the 19th of July, and so that's when it recorded the top 5 sites. But I didn't do the deep inspection until like 6 months later. So by then, my top competitors might have changed. I might be looking at data that is no longer accurate. And obviously, the more quick moving the market is, the more that's going to be a big impact. But this just kind of lets you see at a glance what the differentiation is and whether or not you need to go back and re-drill your keyword drill so that you get fresh ranked competitors so that you're looking at the data that you want to be looking at. All right, so that's our software update for this week. In terms of what we've been changing in the members area, there's been a whole lot of stuff that we've been working on. We redid the whole ISDNA module this week. We talk about that in what we've started to do is with the Tuesday webinars is move through the niche domination market, through the niche domination training. And so we're going to be covering, we did the overview this week, and as we move forward, we're going to be doing the ISDNA. So in anticipation of doing that, we're updating the members area. But one of the things that we realized that we really needed to do this week, we are covering a couple of different points where you can go to get a lot of information. So this first one is the landing page for the members area, members.networkempire.com. We've made this a single orientation stop page where you can come, you can find out about us through our manifesto, you can get the links to our university, the new page that we've got, which is our sitemap page, which is a directory on how to find everything. I'm going to go over that in just a minute, as well as the emails that we send out, the Skype groups that we have, all of that kind of information, and it's just sort of how Network Empire works, how we think about the information that we're giving you and how we've got our stuff structured so that you can get inside of our heads a little bit better and what we do will make more sense to you. So that's the new landing page. And then we've also got the new sitemap page. This page, it's /site-map. This page is designed to be your new one-stop go-to page to be able to find everything. So it's going to have your software dashboard, the webinar replay, members discount, university, and what you can't see as it scrolls on down this page is the complete training directory, as well as other links like news, affiliate area, your account information, members discounts, all of those kinds of things. It's all contained on the sitemap. It's the only page you're going to need to bookmark to be able to find everything. So, taking a breath, that brings us to industry news. So in the industry news this week, I've seen several people talking about voice queries. So I wanted to recap that. Back in October, Google started testing a feature that allows customers to verbally query an item at a nearby shop. Google responds audibly by giving you several different results of things that are available nearby, along with the prices. And one of the articles I was reading, they were talking about this is going to present a challenge for marketers and publishers because it removes the need for a user to click on a SERP's result. And while it's interesting in that it's going to change the way that we, quote, click on a SERP's result, my experience with the Amazon Echo over the holidays was that I could ask Amazon a question like, what are your deals today? And it would respond one by one with the different deals, and at the end of it, it would ask me if I wanted to buy this. I have the option to say yes or no, and so the Echo has taken the stance of being more interactive as opposed to just giving you a list of possibilities, and I think that this is going to be the way that search engines are going to interact with you moving forward. It's going to be more of an interaction instead of an iterative process in the interaction, so that instead of you just typing in a query and it handing you back a bunch of results, it's going to query you more, either deeper what it is that you're looking for so that it can give you a more specific answer, or offering you individual results. Now again, this is voice activated, and the reason that I think that this is in particularly the way that things are going to go is because that's the only way for us to really detach from the keyboard and screen. So as things shrink more and more to mobile, the problems that I'm seeing is by the time you get it on a smartphone, how the heck do you type, right? So I think that ultimately everything will go voice. You know, you're cooking in the kitchen or you're taking a shower, or it was really interesting to see, I think this is what we've got up here, primary reasons for using voice. The most popular reason is because your hands are busy or you're busy looking at something else, and so you can't actually look at a screen, you can't actually type. And for me, that would just be a more natural interface. I would see that as that becomes perfected, that's going to be the way that everything is going to go. And the days of sitting down at your computer and doing stuff will eventually go completely away. I have had, I've got another Amazon product that's hooked up to my TV that that allows me to find the movie that I want on Amazon or even on Netflix completely with voice interaction, right? I don't have to type anything into my TV. And so that just feels to me like the way that everything will go. So as you're looking out over the course of the next 10 years, I would say that keyboards will go away entirely. Voice interaction will be the way that things are going to go. And so for you to start thinking about how you're going to adjust your digital marketing so that you're going to become that item of choice. Again, this goes back to markup, either to structured markup like tables and things like that, or to actual semantic markup, so that Google can understand quicker and easier what your page is about and make sure that it gets that information into the hands of the person doing the voice query. I see all of that stuff kind of tying together.
That's really exciting. I mean, that's like major changes.
Yeah, absolutely. And even so, I would say that this started with smartphones and with Google Glasses. I know Google started putting a lot of, or Google Glass I think is what it's called, Google started putting a lot of money into voice research with when glasses first came out, when that product started to launch. And so this has been several years in the making now, and it's still not perfect, but it's not bad. My Amazon Echo understands me probably 70% of the time. So,
and with all the smart TVs now, it's really it's a better solution than trying to use your remote control.
absolutely. Absolutely. It's an instantaneous go-to thing rather than sitting there scrolling and searching and looking. Yep. So that brings us to the webinar replays that we had this week. We had, of course, the Tuesday Uncensored, where we started with the niche domination series. We did just the intro overview this week. What I'm suggesting is if you guys have not put together a money site yet using our methodologies, jump in now. Take this opportunity as we walk through the webinars to sort of use that as a New Year's resolution and get your money site rocking and rolling, or revamp it, or wherever it is that you're at with that. So this next Tuesday coming up, obviously we're going to be doing the positioning, the ISDNA module, and that's just a priceless module. Like it's the most misunderstood thing in the entire industry. If you get that module done properly, if you can do your positioning properly, all of the rest of your digital marketing becomes not only easier, but 100 times more effective. So please join us for next Tuesday. You can hop in and see the replay. We'll have the link underneath the video here where you can catch the replay from last week. Also this week we had an AT4 lead generation system webinar where we talked about the actual tech build out of the system, and we had an MDM4 Q&A where we talked about New Year's goals and finding the decision makers on the new LinkedIn. LinkedIn has done some major changes, and so trying to find your way around the new LinkedIn, trying to do the queries that you've been able to do, trying to get what they want to do is head from what it has been is more like people connecting, right? Business people to business people. And what they're trying to do is shift it to businesses. And you've got to go through the business to get to the person. And in my opinion, that's a bad move. I think the whole advantage of LinkedIn was the fact that you could connect directly with other business people. So we're showing you some shortcuts about how you can get around what some of the things that they have put in and get back to the decision makers pretty quickly. So our upcoming webinars, the Tuesday Uncensored that I talked about already, the niche domination with the positioning. We've got our Thursday MDM3 webinar coming up, which is a Q&A webinar. We've got another AT4 webinar coming up, which is going to be about funnels and tripwires. It's going to be an awesome webby. You're not going to want to miss that. If you want to, you can still jump into either the MDM3 or the AT4 courses. If you're not in there with us and you want to participate, we'd love to have you. We've also got the Kraken pre-launch special is available. At this point, you've got a $97 per month savings, and that's probably going to be on through the end of this month. As soon as we push it live and into launch, then the pre-launch special, obviously, is going to be over. All right, that's, I believe, the wrap. Yep.
Excellent. Thanks, Sue.
Hey, thank you, Fran. It's been wonderful to be able to...
Appreciate everybody for... Go on. I just appreciate everybody for coming to the team meeting, and we'll see you next time.
Excellent. Thanks, guys. Take care.